Hey guys, Andy here from Mediocre Hobbies, bringing you an additional part of the Necromunda Ash Waste playlist, as it has been hotly requested by people who have watched my videos. There's a lot of comments on it, and that is how I do the basing for my Ash Waste miniatures. So this is going to be a really quick, really fast video. It's only about 4 or 5 minutes long, and it will show you guys how I do my Ash Waste basing scheme. I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you do, make sure that you give it a like. If you have any questions about what I did, put it in the comments below. And if you are enjoying the content, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much and enjoy the video. So I'm going to use this blank 40mm base to show you how to base up your Ash Waste miniatures. So I started with Armageddon Dunes, and I gave the base a nice thick coat of this all over, making sure not to miss any pieces and trying my best not to overspill the size of the bases. You want the edge of the base to still be nice and neat and tidy. I feel like the edge of the base should act like a plinth for a miniature, so I just keep it as nice and tidy black. So I pat it down, make a few irregular shapes and stuff, clean off any bits where I've overspilled, and then I wait for this base to dry. It's going to take up to about an hour. Once the base is dry to the touch like this, it's then time to apply some contrast to it. I decided to use Nazdrag Yellow. Deciding what Ash Waste bases look like was actually quite difficult. A few trial and errors. It's definitely not like standard desert color scheme or anything like that. It's definitely like a polluted, horrible wasteland, hence the name Ash Waste. So I didn't want it to just be bright and yellow or kind of dull and brown, so I decided to play around with this technique. So I applied Nazdrag Yellow all over the base, giving this again its own time to dry. It takes about 15-20 minutes for it to dry fully, and you do want it to be dry fully before you go on to the next step, as we will then hit it with a heavy dry brush, making sure there's no pooling, tidying up any spots. Now when that's dry, it will look something like this, already looking kind of like a toxic land, but I just want to add a little bit of a highlight to it. So I went for Tyrant Skull, and I just give the entire base a nice moderate dry brush. I'm not going super light, I'm not going super heavy. Whatever level of dry brush that you're happy with, where you look at the base and you're pleased. And that's where you should stop. It's not exactly an exact science. This is what I thought an Ash Waste base should look like. I of course went back around the base with some Chaos Black around the edge, just to tidy it up after this step. And then that was, in my opinion, a completed Ash Waste base. I'll show you what it looks like on some miniatures now if you haven't been following along with the playlist. But here's the completed base I did, with the Chaos Black rim touched up and tidied up. Here's what it looks up on one of the Orlok quads. I think it makes the miniature pop because it's not too bright. And here it is on one of the horrible bugs that the guys ride around on. So I hope you guys find that video helpful and enjoyable, and I will catch you in the next one.